If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow and Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640, it's Conway Show. Mark Thompson is in the house.
Oh, my gosh. Please be seated, everyone. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you.
Dodgers World Series is the big story in Los Angeles. We will cover that.
I've only got 6 pairs of tickets left now. People are all over me.
Man. Everyone's banging on me for tickets because we have the Dodger station next door.
Sure.
And I said, look, I'm not going. Why would I have a ticket for you?
Yeah.
You know,
well, because you're not going would be the answer.
Maybe, but I ain't going.
You're a pretty wired up guy, so I can understand why people might want to approach you.
So my favorite place to watch the game is Denny's. Now Denny's is going out of business with 150 stores. I have nowhere to go.
No,
nowhere to go.
I wonder if Alex Stone has tickets.
Oh, Alex Stone's got tickets. He's hooked up.
Yeah, he is hooked up too.
Alex Stone's with us. Hey,
you want to
buddy.
hook me up? I heard
I'm just going, babe.
There's a lot of hooking up. Oh, is that right? Wow.
Almost.
That's a way to get tickets.
That's for off the air.
Oh yeah.
So what's going on with you? Are you going to the games? You're not going to the games?
I am credentialed to go to the games to cover them, but
$200 for the credential.
Right.
Well, we did a story this morning that the cheapest tickets right now are $1,200 up in the nosebleeds,
God.
and the most expensive $45,000 a seat down the third baseline.
Well, to
for
some
game one, for only game one. Don't even think about game 7 if they get that far.
To some people, that's nothing. You know?
That is true.
Yeah, $45,000 is
especially in L.A.
So
there's a big population. That would be no big deal.
For a second, is that showbiz money that's mostly buying that big $40,000 to $45,000 ticket, or is that
but I
Wall
also have
Street
to wonder.
money?
I think this is you put it on StubHub and Game Time and see if somebody will buy it, because they weren't that great of seats. They were like club level on the third baseline.
I like when they say $45,000 a seat, but it comes with free food.
Right, or fees included.
Wow.
You're like, well, thank you for putting the fees in there. That's very nice of you.
How much food can you eat?
What you need is parking at Dodger Stadium.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know that Jamie McCourt still owns the parking lot.
Parking lots. That's a wild deal.
Isn't that crazy?
Wild.
Wow. $70 a pop?
Yeah.
That was just for the players. I mean, for the World Series, probably $100. Just for parking. And the guy
owns
owns
Dodger
the parking
dogs and beers.
Doesn't need to worry about any of the other stuff.
A lot of money.
All right, so you are here to talk about your favorite store, Abercrombie and Fitch.
Back in the 90s, it was.
All right.
Remember when it was the place to be?
Remember they used to have male models outside, like in shorts, and they were dancing as you walked in the store.
Did they really?
Yes.
Well,
in Santa Rosa, they did not have that when I was growing up.
When you went into Abercrombie and Fitch, the salespeople looked like they could be modeling. I mean, they were very.
And you remember how the ads, there was all the uproar, the people thought it was like softcore porn?
Yeah.
And apparently there was kind of hardcore porn going on behind the scenes. Because
so they arrested this guy, huh?
Yeah, so Michael Jeffries, he was the CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch, 92 to 2014, so in the heyday of it. And the allegation that was laid out today is that during much of that time, he was luring young men with the promise that they would become maybe an Abercrombie model, and that he would force them to take drugs and perform sexual acts, and that they would use something L.A. knows well, the classic casting couch scenario as a tryouts where he and his partner would have young men come in, take part in sex, and then they would decide if they were going to take them on the road to sex parties globally. So he and his partner, Michael Smith, they're both named in the indictment, a third man as well. And there are 15 alleged victims. They believe there are a lot more. This is the U.S. Attorney, Eastern District of New York, saying today.
While Jeffries was the CEO of one of the most recognizable clothing retailers in the world, he was using his power, his wealth, and his influence to traffic men for his own sexual pleasure and that of his romantic partner, Matthew Smith.
And so they're accused of running an international sex trafficking, not a ring, but a business. They recruited young men for parties around the world. They would have the tryouts. If they were accepted, then they would travel around the world for these sex parties, and they had employees, contractors, security teams, allegedly, to run this business where these parties were held around the world, and the rich and famous were able to get into them, and the U.S. Attorney saying
the defendants pressured the men to consume alcohol, Viagra, and muscle relaxants known as poppers during the sex events, and they required the presence of staff during the sexual activity and ensured that the men did not leave the sex events until Jeffries and Smith decided that the sessions were over.
Don't Viagra and muscle relaxers go against each other?
Yeah, I think so. And poppers is the exact opposite of muscle relaxer. It's a weird combination.
Yeah, it is. But, must do something.
But why is this happening 30 years later?
Well, because they were able to put it all together. That there have been, just like Sean Combs, just like Jeffrey Epstein, there have been rumors about this for a very long time. There have been media reports, there have been civil lawsuits, but they, until now...
There's no statute of limitations on this, huh? You can go back forever?
Yeah, on these charges of sex trafficking and prostitution, they can do it, at least in this time frame. But what they believe, and they say that they think there are maybe even more recent victims out there, but that there are more, is that all of these young men allegedly believed that they were trying out for modeling gigs and that it was going to lead to modeling. And if they didn't follow the orders of the then CEO, which is totally understandable, that you would think that your career is going to be over. And it probably would have been if he said, you know what, you're not going to take part in what I'm going to do, allegedly, that their modeling career was going to be over. So, yeah, they, this is not the same district. It's not Manhattan. It is the district out on Long Island, but same area as Epstein and Combs. That those districts have been really investigating these types of cases, going after them. Yeah. Jeffries today went into court in Florida where he was arrested, $10 million bond. Posted it, walked out. He has to remain at home in Palm Beach till he's told he's got to be on Long Island. But if you're Combs' team, Sean Combs, you go, wait a second, almost same charges, but Sean Combs is being held as a flight risk and not allowed to get out of jail. This guy walked in today, $10 million bail, and walked right out.
Wow. You know, I worked for a summer. I didn't run into any of this. I worked for a summer at Miller's Outpost.
Totally different kind of crowd going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not a whiff of anything like this.
Nothing, man.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing. All right, so what's the next step there? Is this going to be filed in New York?
Yeah, so they filed it in New York. They made the arrest today in Wisconsin and in Florida. They are all going to have to go to New York. They will be arraigned there. They do believe that there are more who are going to come forward. Here, they said this.
I say to all victims, we're here, we will listen, we will investigate, and bring charges where appropriate.
So they're calling on more folks to come forward, and then we'll see. Do they come to some kind of a plea agreement? Do they flip on anybody else, or do they claim that they are innocent? I mean, Jeffries is like 80 years old now, so Is he going to fight it or go ahead and just come to a deal?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Go Dodgers. I know you're a Rockies fan, but, maybe next year.
There you go.
Hey, how long have the Rockies been around? 30 years?
1996.
Okay, 96. All right, so 28 years.
We went to a World Series. I covered it in 2009, I believe. I remember it was freezing.
Who'd they play? Remember?
The Red Sox. They got swept by the Red Sox.
All right. Well, next year.
Yeah, they were dead men walking on that one against the Red Sox.
I went to the Rockies back when they were in Denver, a AAA team. That's how long ago it was.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm saying never been to a minor league game.
So you went to a Rockies game this year?
Oh, Tim. But they were
like the A's now playing up at the Rivercast
exactly.
Stadium.
But I remember it was in Denver, and there were like one home run. Then the guy gets up and another home run. Then the next batter up.
Then all you have to do is barely tap it. It's
I turned to the person next to me. I didn't know them. I said, "Boy, this is remarkable. How many home runs?" They said, "You've never been to a minor league game before, have you?"
Yeah, but then you go down to
all the good
and they
pitchers.
can't do
Yeah, that's true too. You're saying the pitchers leave town in a hurry if they're any good. Alex, love you.
Thank you for coming on,
guys.
buddy.
Love you too.
All right, there he goes. Alex Stone with ABC News. That Mike Jeffries is in trouble with that Abercrombie and Fitch. He's already 80 years old.
That's an old photo then that we're seeing.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah,
that's a really old photo.
Yeah, it's got to be a 30-year-old photo.
Yeah, or he looks great at 80.
Maybe. I don't know.
It looks to me like he's around 60.
I have a feeling this is the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. I'm feeling a lot of companies back in the 90s, early 2000s did this crap.
But what was the other place? American Apparel had that same issue with their top guy. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah, it was really, and it was the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Around SEX.
I don't know, man. What a wild time.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
When you grew up, we're talking about Abercrombie and Fitch. It was kind of a new store on my later years of hanging out at the mall. It wasn't there when I was a young kid. Were you a mall rat growing up?
Not a rat, but we definitely would go to the malls. But we were always looking for, I don't know what we did. I was very awkward around girls, but we just wanted to look at girls even from a distance. You know what I mean? It was not. There was nothing. We had no game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had the opposite. I was knocking them out in high school,
were you?
Junior high, elementary school.
But I have to just on that. My wanting companionship was so inversely proportionate to the degree to which I had companion. So the want was there, but I never had any follow through.
I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, so our malls were the Galleria, which is one of the newer malls.
That was giant at the time, wasn't it?
Doesn't really exist much anymore. It's not the same as it used to be. And then Topanga Plaza was another mall. And then Sherman Oaks Fashion Square was an outdoor mall when I was growing up. Outdoors. And which is an odd idea because in July, when it's 112, you don't feel like walking outdoors all day trying clothes on.
They have one in Century City that's outdoors, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, but you're right.
But that's on the other side of the hill.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's a little cooler.
And then Laurel Canyon, that's where I used to skate and play hockey. And there was a big mate company there, or I guess now Macy's, whatever it is. But
where was the mate company in Laurel Canyon?
It was on it's
right there, Laurel and Ventura?
Laurel and Victory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's a big North Hollywood West, or, it's a big mall out there now. But that ice rink came down in the 94 quake, just crumbled. But I remember going to the mall and we would just go to just walk around all day, and we'd run into people we knew at Topanga Plaza or the Galleria. And you remember the Galleria, there was a song, I think it was Frank Zappa. Or Moon Zappa, or one of the Zappas. I remember the Valley Girl song.
Moon Unit,
yeah. That was a good time to grow up, right? Wow. I grew up around girls that talk like that.
Wow.
I went to junior high, Portola Junior High, and I would say 40% of the girls I went to school with talked exactly like that.
That's wild.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They'd wave at each other by just putting their pinky up and down. It was an odd time.
There was such a subculture there. Yeah.
It was great, though. I think every mall was the same. There was an Orange Julius. There was a shoe store. There was an arcade where you go and play games. That's where I spent a lot of my time. That's kind of Studley, right? There was a movie theater, that you tried to sneak into. It was just a really cool place to go, and around the holidays they decorate it really nice for Christmas. It was a big part of growing up, and I'm not sure if kids are experiencing that nowadays. I don't think, with the social media and buying on Amazon, I don't think going to the mall on weekends just to hang out and run into friends exists anymore.
No, not in the same way. And I was going to ask you, in 10 years, what do you think the malls will be made up of?
I don't think there will be any. I think, look, every time we come on the air, Bellio gives me another story of stores closing down. And it's not 3 stores closing down. It's hundreds and thousands.
Yep.
And we're going in the wrong direction. Just today, Bellio gave me the story, 150 Denny's restaurants closing down. Yesterday, it was CVS closing 1,200. Day before that, a week before that, it was Walgreens and Rite Aid. And all these stores that are closing because people are stealing crap, and you can get it for cheaper and quicker at Amazon.
Exactly. And in the case of the malls, it's the latter, right? It's the fact that you can basically, brick and mortars being put out of business.
They are. Because it's really expensive. I can't imagine what Target is paying for rent up at the Empire Center. I bet it's $150,000 to $200,000 a month.
Sure.
And you can put that into a warehouse that you own. You don't have to pay rent anymore, and you can get product to people without them coming into your store and stealing crap.
Yeah. And you talk about the security, that's additional personnel on top of the personnel you already have, and you can really trim those costs. So they're all, for all those reasons. It is sad, though, because as you say, there is more going on at the mall than just commerce.
Right. Yeah,
it was a social thing.
It was. The best mall commercial I ever heard in my life was East Hills Mall commercial. This is 15, 20 years ago or something. This is they made this for $9 and it got, 200 million views.
East Hills, for back to school. Denim, haircut. Backpacks, come get your backpack.
Boots and pants.
New shoes.
Get yourself an outfit.
Denim.
Boots and pants.
Haircut.
New shoes.
It's
So
the best.
get yourself back to school with East Hills.
Who's singing that?
Haircut.
Have you ever heard that, Steffu? You ever heard that commercial, that ad?
I've never heard that before in my life.
Crows, you ever heard it?
No.
Oh, the kids all play it. My daughter and her friends, they know that commercial by heart.
Is it a banger?
They sing it all the time. Yeah. But that commercial was literally made for $80, and it got, 30 million or whatever billion views. Unbelievable. But the mall, it's over. I'll miss it, but
we have our memories, Tim.
We got to move on.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Dodgers are the big story of the week. They start the World Series on Friday. Friday is the World Series. Are you going at all?
Well, the tickets are pretty steep, Tim, as we have reviewed. $1,300 to get you just into the park.
Right.
But I also will note, if you're not going, there are a bunch of sporting events going on Friday to make downtown really complicated getting from here to there, right?
Oh, my God.
You got the Lakers. You've got...
Buddy, I've got it on my phone.
Okay.
And I've got all the warnings on my phone, too. You're not going to believe the crap that's going on this weekend in Los Angeles. First of all, you've got the Dodgers in the World Series. You have the Lakers and the Suns. These are all Friday night events.
Right.
The Lakers are playing the Suns, and the Lakers are going to play LeBron James and Bronny James.
Yeah, this is a big event.
It'll be the first time a father-son duo has ever played an NBA game, I think.
Yeah.
And then USC is not playing, Oregon, community college. They're playing Rutgers.
Right.
Big fan base of Rutgers here in LA. That's going to be at the Coliseum on Friday. And then there's a concert at the Intuit Dome on Friday. And then East LA Classic, the football game, is going to be at SoFi Stadium. All of those events are going on Friday.
I mean,
all of them.
You should leave now, really.
You're going to be screwed in traffic.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mess.
And by the way, to clarify, the Lakers with the Bronny and LeBron, their first game for the regular season is tonight.
Oh, tonight. Okay.
But they are playing on Friday against the Suns.
I see. Okay. All right. So they're playing. Who are they playing tonight? You know,
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me see. What is the let's see, SCH? Yeah. Let me find out what concert's going on here at Intuit. All right, Intuit. Let's find out what's going on Friday. I know there's a concert there. Oh, it's the Beatles. Wow. It's going to be pretty busy, I guess. Yeah. All right, we'll find out what concert it is on Friday. But it's unbelievable. All these events going on Friday. So I don't know what time you have to leave for the concert. I mean, for the baseball game.
The Kia Forum, they got a concert as well. That's ELO's playing there.
Oh, my God. Wow. Are you kidding? I love ELO. Yeah. They're one of my top 2 or 3 groups ever. I love ELO. Electric Light Orchestra, right? Yeah, Ding Dong was there.
Jeff Lynne.
Oh, and then who's playing it into it, you know?
David Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
Wow, that's a big deal, too.
I'd kill to see that one.
Yeah. Man, you could see them both, go back and forth. They're walking distance.
Yes, they are. Well, all right.
Yeah, you can walk.
If you like walking.
Yeah, and if you, you got to go squirrel through the SoFi area. But SoFi is going to be packed, too. So there's going to be a concert at Intuit. So all 25,000 of those spaces are called for. Where are you going to park for SoFi? Because usually use the Kia Forum as an auxiliary parking lot.
Spillover, yeah.
And so all three of those venues are going to be full on Friday night. Dodgers full and Lakers.
It's just going to be brutal. I mean, just getting down there.
How are you going to get around?
Yeah,
you're not. I mean, if you take public transportation, well, you could get killed. That's a downer. But
usually, when they're packed like this on a game night, your chance
that's right.
Go down.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not going to get killed.
On the way home, maybe, but not on the way down.
I wonder if this is with the Intuit Dome just opening up. I'm wondering if this is the first time when all 3 of those venues are got something going on the same night.
I'll bet it is. Yeah. And during a World Series.
Yeah.
And during a Rutgers USC game.
Yeah.
Great idea. Whoever's in charge of planning. All right, the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy talking about the World Series.
LA still coming down off the high of Sunday night's Game 6 win in the NLCS. We are ready for a World Series, and this will be a little different. The Dodgers, of course, won the World Series in 2020, but there were no home games here in Los Angeles because it was the middle of the pandemic. So finally, we're back in Los Angeles for Game 1 of the World Series on Friday. Dave Roberts is speaking now, made some news. Jack Flaherty will start Game 1 for the Dodgers. Yoshinobu Yamamoto will start Game 2 for the Dodgers. And these players still trying to ride that momentum.
We had a lot of good things and good momentum leading into the playoffs. And I think we just kind of carried it over, and a lot of guys are swinging the bat well. A lot of things have just kind of come together for us to get to this point. And
yeah, the Dodgers used to have like their 7th, 8th, and 9th hitter were horrible. So as long as you got through the top 6, you could breeze through 7, 8, 9. Now, any of those Dodgers can hit a home run at any time.
Yeah, it's a fearsome lineup.
You can't relax on any at bat could be the end. It could be a home run, grand slam, whatever. It's unbelievable.
Be able to have these sweatshirts.
Look, Shohei Ohtani made the 50-50 club. Nobody's ever done that. And Mark, this is a rehab year for him. Coming off Tommy John, a rehab year. And he goes 50-50.
Yeah.
Rehab.
He's extraordinary.
Unbelievable, this guy.
Be able to have these sweatshirts on.
We've been having to go coast to coast already, something that they haven't done. They've stayed pretty local in their playoff series. And so, if there is one thing I would say experience.
Well, I guess they stayed local unless you consider Kansas City not local, which I don't think it is. It's probably 1,500 miles from Kansas City to New York. It's got to be. Got to be 1,000. I bet it's 1,500. I bet I'll bet it's 1,300 miles.
Yeah, wow, that's really quite specific.
I'm going to say 1,300 miles.
Very close.
What is it?
A little bit less, 1,200.
Oh, it is. God.
1192.
Very good, Tim.
Damn, I usually get those pretty good.
You were pretty, yeah.
I got to be better.
You came within 8 miles.
I got to be better. No, I came with 100.
Was it?
108.
108 miles.
I'd forgotten what he really guessed.
Man,
It sounded close.
I was as close as I am to Morongo with that thing. It's not bad.
How far did you say Morongo was?
90. From my house, it's 97 and a half miles, I think. I think something like that.
If there is one thing I would say experience would come into play at is that you're talking about different sleep schedules, different, the time change, long flights, different weather. That is something that we do have an experience with.
The Yankees, of course, beat the Cleveland Guardians in their ALCS series, but the Dodgers coming off that big Game 6 win 4-2.
It was great. All right, when we come back, Shohei Ohtani, his ball that he hit, the 50th home run. Remember, he was in the 50-50 club, 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs. The person who owns that ball is putting it up for auction. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you what that ball is going for. You're not going to believe it.
Burbank to Morongo, 98.7 miles.
Wow.
Oh, okay, yeah. From my house, it's
97
and a half miles. Yeah. I don't know why I know that, but I just know that.
You'll know it Saturday.
Santa Anita is 18.3. I know that.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
So last point 3 that's tough on the ride home.
It's a lot of tough. That's not the only tough ride home. Part of the ride home, It's like, God, what did I do? What did I do? All right. The best ride home though. I used to take the RTD to the track. It was 3 different RTDs. The bus. I'd pick it up and take it to the track. And I was coming home on the RTD. We're on the 134 freeway, and a guy stands up on the bus and he goes, "Oh, F," and he uses the whole F word. He goes, "I drove today."
That is a tough ride.
That guy lost all his bets and then lost the fact that he drove his car that day.
That's very funny.
Isn't that great? So he had to take the bus back to San Anita to get the car and drive home. That's great. But him just standing up and yelling, F, I drove today. That's classic.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Dodgers, big story here. We're not going to overkill with the Dodgers, but we're going to tell you every day they are playing at Dodger Stadium Friday. First pitch, 5:08. Mark Thompson's here.
You think it's going to be a sweep? Didn't you say that?
When I was born in 1963. Probably do the math. And the Dodgers swept the Yankees the year I was born. I was born a little late for it. That series went on from October, I think, 2nd to the 6th. And
yeah, you were born just after that then, right?
Yeah, because it was it was quicker back then. You didn't have all the playoffs.
Oh, right. Of course. It was a different structure.
Yeah. It just had National League championship game and then the American League championship.
That Dodger team, who was pitching and who was the big slugger?
Sandy Koufax.
Oh, sure.
Was on that team.
Right.
I think Drysdale was on that team. I don't know if Roy Campanella, I don't know if was on that team or not.
Kind of a legendary team, huh?
But in the 4th game of that World Series, the announcer for the TV broadcast was Mel Allen. Remember the old voice of the Yankees?
Very famous, yeah.
And he got laryngitis and pretty bad in the 4th game. And in the 5th or 6th inning, he couldn't go on anymore. And a young kid stepped in for him and made his world debut, calling that Yankees-Dodger World Series. And that was Vin Scully.
No kidding.
How about that?
Oh, that's a great story. I'd never heard it.
Yeah, Vin Scully stepped in and saved the day.
Wow.
Yeah, Dodger Stadium. Ball 4. Man, that guy is the best.
Oh, he was terrific.
Deuces wild.
I told you, when I first got to town, I would just sit there on the Fox lot. I'd go out to the parking lot. I was working, there at Fox 11, and I'd go out to the parking lot and just sit in the car and listen to Vin Scully. I was so delighted that I could hear him inning after inning calling a game. It was so exciting.
And the better games were when the Dodgers were either winning or losing by 10 runs.
And he could just kind of riff.
Go tell stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. All right, Shohei Ohtani, the MVP of the National League, for sure. Nobody's even close. The ball that he hit for his 50th home run is up for auction, and right now it's about, I think, almost $3 million. They think it might go for a lot more than that.
The L.A. tourism officials call it the Ohtani effect. Shohei is just a magnet to Japanese baseball fans.
That's right.
So much so to the point that Japan is expected to be L.A.'s 5th largest overseas tourism market this year.
That's wild. All right, so he's a big deal in Japan. He's a big deal here in the United States. And Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 ball, according to Major League Baseball and TMZ Sports, the historic 50th home run ball might break a record, and it could go for $10 million. $10 million. According to the auction site, the auction house is actually overseeing the sale. The bids usually come in the final hours. Right now, it's over $2 million, but they think it could go as much as $10 million. To have that ball would be, what a gift that would be. And I can't imagine in the future it's going to be worth less.
You keep that in your house? Where do you keep it?
I don't know. You got to keep it under glass or plexiglass and have alarms on it and all kinds of crap on it.
Yeah, maybe do you loan it out to some sports museum or something?
Maybe it's on tour. You can make money off it. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Yeah. But this Shohei Ohtani is something special, man. I think he's going to...
I think he's going to turn into something?
Oh, yeah. No, I think he is. I really do. I know you don't think so, but I think he is.
With the Dodgers taking another swing at a world championship, they're headed to the World Series. Los Angeles tourism officials are updating an old Tom Cruise line from "Show me the money" to "Shohei the money." Dodger star Shohei Ohtani bringing a lot of attention and tourism dollars from his homeland, Japan.
We've seen about 230,000 visitors thus far from Japan.
Bill Kars is with the Los Angeles Tourism and Convention Board. He says Ohtani and teammate Yoshinobu Yamamoto are icons in baseball-loving Japan and responsible for a big part of the influx of Japanese tourists flocking to L.A. this year.
The Dodgers also, I imagine, make a lot of money off of advertising in Japan. But you constantly see Japanese advertising at the stadium.
Yeah.
And Tim Cates does it. There's a Zenshi sushi that they promote, and there's a tea that they promote as well. And that's got to be, tens of millions of dollars right there.
Well, I think it was Cates who mentioned to me that, typically when somebody's in the batter's box, you see a couple of those electronic billboards go up, maybe one or two.
Right.
But when Ohtani's there, as you've said, you have 5 right out of the chute. And then they are rotating quickly. Right. There are a bunch of different. So the sponsorships attached to his presence are immense.
It's great.
A lot of money, a lot of business, a lot of commerce. Well worth what all the money paid for.
Gotta be. Yeah. It's gotta be.
We know there's the Ohtani effect, and we know that 80 to 90% of travelers that are going to LA from Japan are going to see a Dodger game.
Dodger blue found in store windows and baseball caps in Little Tokyo, as well as in a slightly bigger format here.
It's amazing that the Angels couldn't pull that off. The Angels had him for 5 years or 6 years, and they didn't pull that off.
That's right.
They didn't sell him like this. It's odd. It really is weird.
He was great with them, but I don't think
he was great with them.
They just didn't have the lineup around him, I don't think, right?
Well, they don't have the marketing that the Dodgers have. Dodgers constantly get out there and, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're out there marketing all the time. And they have the biggest fan base in probably in sports. They constantly get 4 million people a year come through the gates. It's a machine, that Dodger organization. And they've got to win a World Series every once in a while to keep the machine rolling.
Sure.
They need to.
A massive Ohtani mural on the side of the Miyako Hotel.
Tickets are expensive. Hotels are expensive. Everything is expensive, but yet people still want to come and see him.
One of those people is Yohei Suzuki. He flew all the way from the other side of the planet to see his baseball hero play in Sunday night's clincher, and he got his money's worth.
I came here from Japan.
Oh, that guy's got some money, right? He flies all the way from Japan just for Game 6.
Yeah.
I can see the stadium lights from my bedroom, and I didn't go. Literally, I can see the glow of the stadium lights from my bedroom, and I did not go to that game. That's crazy.
I came here from Japan to see him hit. Then he hit 2 hits. So I was very surprised because he did a great job. Yeah.
Now, the tourism board says the Dodgers had to increase the number of their Japanese-speaking tours of the stadium this year. They now offer 8 of those a week.
Wow. You know, really screwed up is the translator for Shohei Ohtani. That guy had a magic carpet ride.
Oh.
All you do is just not gamble Shohei's money away.
Yeah.
All you had to do.
He had the world.
Yeah, exactly. Probably making tons of money, traveling with the team. And you know, your best friend is right now a married Shohei Ohtani. So when they go on the road, you go, well, he's married, but the translator.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Single guy.
It would have been the best of everything.
Oh, my God. He blew it. Just blew it. Man, people blow it sometimes. I get that, though. A little self-destructive. I got a taste of that myself. All right, we're live. It's Conway and Thompson on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.